Hello, guys. It is Kaya or Kaya, whatever you want to call me. And
Aaron, and this is Bravo While Black.
what podcast is this? Is this number 6 or 7?
This is definitely number 7.
Lucky number 7. And we got like a lot of things to talk about. I think maybe even 7 things to talk about. But we have been doing this for a while now. I wouldn't say that we're podcast pros, but we're definitely a lot more comfortable. The only thing that I feel like I personally need to work on is saying every 6.5 seconds.
Same here, because it's like I get lost in thought. And then
It's like we're in a casual conversation, so I'm comfortable enough to say but the first thing that they taught me in speech class in community college was not to say and I got that down when I was doing my speeches because I had to get a good grade, but here I need to start applying it here.
That shit made me too nervous because I knew
Speech
I was gonna
class,
slip up and eventually at some point say
just like now, like I'm about to say in like yes, yeah, I already did it. Like, but anyways, you guys, we have a couple of fun things coming up, like in addition to this very fun podcast. But we will be on Oh No Bravo's, shout out to her live September 20th, I believe. Then we are going to go and head over to my good sis podcast, What Else Is Going On podcast on September 24th, I believe. So we will be guesting on a few people's, lives and podcasts soon. And we're probably going to ask them to come on our podcast in return. What happened was we just wanted to get used to podcasting by ourselves before we guest and then before we bring people on. We wanted you guys to get to know us. And
exactly.
you guys definitely have gotten to know us, so much so that you guys have definitely gotten comfortable to drag us. Can we talk about how we got dragged this week?
Okay, so listen guys, number 1, we were just having some fun, okay?
We're having a little kiki with you guys, and
We know that Kandi is a true
it
and
actually
one
started
thing,
before Kandi. No, that's when we got cursed out. But when we put Erica Jane against Kim Zolciak, y'all dragged us like, I felt like you were dragging us like Kim Richards' ponytail.
because it's like, calm down guys, okay? These are Bravo stars and we're just trying to,
And you know damn well we knew what we were doing. We were being funny. But either way, just like we said, feel free to continue dragging us in the comments. It
we
was the
don't mind.
Bravos versus battle. So if you missed that, head to our freaking Instagram.
I think the shit is hilarious.
We put we were inspired by the Brandy versus Monica versus and all those other legendary verses that's happened. I think the next one is like Gladys Knight versus Patti LaBelle. So that's perfect for like our moms. I can't say that
Yeah,
I'm really tuning
our
into it.
moms. I might maybe for like a minute or two, but
If I can get a Patty's pie, then I'll tune into it.
no offense because both of those ladies are amazing
Legendary.
and legendary,
Legendary.
okay?
Open doors for people like Kandi, okay? Back to the freaking Bravo versus battle. You guys definitely got mad that we put Erica Jane against Kim Zolciak, and you got even madder that we put Kandi against Luann de Lesseps. But when I said that I felt like it was a fair fight, it wasn't because, I thought that Luann could go against Kandi vocally or
Because
even writing her songs,
realistically,
but
we
realistically,
know.
no. We're just talking about Bravo specifically. The only other person that can go head to head with Kandi, like in the Real Housewives universe, is Luann because she has the catalog. I'm sorry, she has the catalog. She might not
Yes.
have the range, but she has the catalog,
And
and
that's not taking away from Kandi because
at
Kandi
all.
is the Escape member. We love her. I know a lot of Candy projects, and I love them, and I think she's great. So I just want to make that clear. You know, it was no shade.
We want to clear things up, but I
Clear
mean,
the air.
I can't say that we won't do it again. Like
It
we're
was too
definitely
fun,
going. We're gonna stir some shit up. It's just way too fun, and we really
especially
want to hear
seeing
what
you
you
guys
say.
curse our ass
Exactly.
out
We
on
were like,
social media. I love it.
like definitely
So
hanging on
hey,
for my like. What's
um,
up?
let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something.
Did you see the Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion?
Did I see it?
I know you seen it, but I just had to.
No, I know. The smooth transition. And yeah, I saw it. I know you saw it, and we talked about it together. We were live tweeting it. In case you guys didn't know, we live tweet every new Housewives episode when we're able to. And that shit was so good. I don't know. The reunion was almost better than the freaking season. And once again, it was definitely like a Powell on Denise Day. But more important than the actual reunion, because I would say part one was better than part two. More important than that, right before episode two came out, Denise Richards announced that she's out that bitch. Like she
Oh,
will not be coming back. And although it's definitely disappointing, we're not
very.
surprised because who the fuck wants to go and work with these women every day when you have like a real life? Like you have to remember that Denise Richards is a real actress. Like Real Housewives isn't her main source of income. It's not any. She's in TV movies. She's in regular movies. She's
Exactly.
every day, 5 days a week on the boat in the beautiful. She don't need this. So I'm not surprised when she said peace out like later
And
bitches.
it just seems like all the women besides Garcelle has a problem with Denise. It
Well,
just.
actually, Dorit was
Oh
actually,
yes,
in the
and
middle, but it was
Dorit.
definitely Kyle and Teddy mainly, and also Erica Jane against. It was like three against one.
And then you have Renna.
Oh yes, actually, yeah, Kyle, Teddy, Erica, and Rinna. So it was four against one, and it's kind of like ridiculous. So I
Oh,
don't blame her for
and
dipping.
I want to point this out. What is Teddy's problem with Denise? Like
I think the main question that I have is exactly what is Teddy's storyline?
being
Because
emotional.
let's just think about it. Let's think about it. Garcelle has her work life, her kids, her upcoming projects. Kyle, even though I'm not the biggest Kyle fan, Kyle has her Halloween movie project and being friends with Teddy. Erica
Yep.
Jane was on Broadway and she has her home life, even though she wasn't very, open about her home life. She did kind of open up about, her sex life with her husband, which was kind of awkward, but whatever. And then
Yep.
who else do we have? We have Lisa Rinna, her entire, like her kids, her projects, everything. I forgot that Kyle also has a fashion line. So it's like everyone has these storylines, but Teddy, she was pregnant, and then she had that retreat where she literally said that she didn't even give a fuck if anyone came. And Sutton was like, that's rude. Sutton
You
was like,
know,
that's rude. I
I
forgot
like
about Sutton too.
Sutton.
I didn't like her at the beginning, I'll be honest. But by the end of the season, she became my girl. Although
She
I
grew on
still
me.
don't see her, I don't see her as a fashion queen at all. Just because you
Yep.
have the money to buy couture don't mean you know how to put an outfit together. There's no shade, but that's
I
really what
think
we're seeing here.
that Sutton minds her business. So
Right.
I
I
do like
respect
that
that.
about her. She'll sit back and analyze the situation before she speaks, on something. And I can appreciate that because sometimes with the other ladies, it just feels like they're just shouting out random things.
Just for some camera time. And I get it. Like, I could definitely, let's be clear. If I was on a Real Housewives show, I would act exactly like Lisa Rinna. I would be the pot stirrer. I want to be in every scene and I want to be in every storyline. But I like the fact that Sutton, she sits back, she has her boyfriend, she has her like fashion hobby. She's very rich, bitch. She's a Southern lady. And she's really not about the bullshit. When
Yeah.
she first started, I didn't like her. But by the end of the season, I definitely liked her. But the most thing that's stressing us out is that now that Denise is out, Garcelle might be out too, because she said that, they made a pact that if one of us leaves, the other one leaves. And Garcelle is another person who doesn't need the show. Garcelle, like I say, basically in every podcast, she was on Spider-Man. She has those Jamie Foxx show royalties, right? She's on that one Netflix movie that you were talking about, but
yes.
She has Going to Bed with Garcelle, which is a podcast that's been very successful. And now she even has The Real. So when she announced that she would be going on The Real, it was already looking like, damn, she might not do the show.
But then that Instagram post.
Instagram post. Did you guys see that? It said plot twist, and it was right after Denise announced that she would not be returning. So a lot of people think that it means that Garcelle won't be returning. But I personally think that it might mean that she is returning. So if she returns, Aaron, who do you think, because we feel like she should bring another woman of color on the show.
I have been waiting all my life.
Who do you think Garcelle should introduce to the show to replace Denise?
I think, and then I'm going to tell you why I think it. I think that Garcelle should bring NeNe Nash on.
Right.
And hear me out. It's because, number one,
Nash.
I love NeNe Nash. I think she's just amazing.
She raised us. She
did, especially with Clean House. And then
my God.
Yes. I know.
I wasn't even thinking about Clean House. I was thinking about Reno 911.
I'm here to tell you. I'm going to break it down to you.
I remember me and my mom used to watch Clean House.
The NeNe Nash show, her actual reality show.
Right.
Then she had her one episode of Wife Swap, which is my favorite episode of Wife Swap.
Why?
I don't know what anyone says.
I don't know why.
Her kids are hilarious. I just love her. And then on top of that,
her daughter is gorgeous and talented.
We have Claus, and then Reno 911, of course, and her recent movies.
Also, she was in the Ryan Murphy show, Scream Queens. She was literally the best in Scream Queens because she's so funny. She's hilarious. I love NeNe Nash. I think that's a great pick.
And she's just like, she's in the midst. So I think, she just wrapped up with Claus. She just married her new wife.
Yes, honey. That is important too. And that's something I want to look into.
Her new wife, her only wife. Because
no, it's a new marriage. So you technically weren't wrong. Because she just got divorced. We had no idea that, she was part of the community, the LGBT community. And I feel like that's a great storyline because it's like, not only is she an actress and she has a lot of things going on, but she just married a woman, and that would be some Black queer representation on a Beverly Hills Housewives, and that is definitely historic, and that's what we would like to see. That's a great choice.
And I think also because, and I will say this, and I hope people get a chance to see it. Let's say, for instance, if NeNe Nash is chosen for, Housewives of Beverly Hills, you guys are going to really see that her kids are hilarious. And I'm not just saying that. I actually follow, I think, 2 of her daughters, and they're funny as hell.
Yeah.
So who would be your choice, though, if you could choose anyone?
I want someone that Garcelle has already shown on the show. Cherie, Will Smith's ex-wife. And I feel like that's so perfect because, I think she was on Hollywood Divas, if I'm not mistaken. And, that was cool and all, but that didn't really have that many seasons. But I would like to see her in the Housewives setting. I want to know what her marriage to Will was like. I want to know what her dating life is like. I want to know what her fond son is up to, Will's oldest son. And I want her to speak on this whole entanglement thing. because even Will himself opened up before this whole entanglement drama happened, and he was like, that divorce was the worst divorce of my life. And they had a child and, you know, got married when they were like super, super young, because when he married Jada, he was only what, like 27 or something. So he had a marriage before that with Cherie. So I would like Cherie to come on, and she's already friends with Garcelle. So it's naturally something that can happen, because what is she up to these days? I feel like she has an interesting life.
You're right. You're right. I do remember her on the. I don't know if it's Hollywood Divas or Hollywood Exes, but I definitely remember her.
Hollywood Exes for sure, because I feel like Hollywood Divas is the one with
Yes, yes.
with the girl from Alicia. What's her name?
Countess
Countess Vaughn,
Vaughn.
and Malika was on it. That's the wrong one, guys.
R&B
Hollywood
Divas. That's
Exes.
That's
What?
R&B Divas.
So what are we talking about? Okay,
That's no the
Hollywood Divas, R&B Divas. I want Will Smith's
R&B
ex-wife.
is Countess Vaughn. Hollywood Exes is Will Smith. Will Smith's ex-wife.
Hollywood Exes, not R&B Divas. I think I mixed one word with another word, but
they were
y'all
all
know
great shows, and they all came out around the same time. Okay, people understand that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And I remember, oh my God, wait. Thinking about Hollywood Exes, Nicole Murphy was on it.
yes.
What if she brought Nicole Murphy's fine, messy ass on there? I know that you don't like Nicole Murphy because
listen, Lisa Ray is
her
my
and
girl.
your girl Lisa Ray. But Lisa Ray already said that she's not interested in doing Housewives.
But I will say this:
we need another woman of color.
Nicole Murphy was my girl on Hollywood Exes.
Right. So then why can't she be your girl on Beverly Hills?
Because you know that stuff came out and recently her
and I think that makes it even better. That stuff came out.
I mean, I don't know. I have to check with Lisa and I'll get back to you.
I would like to be check with Lisa, email her, FaceTime her if you're that close. But I would definitely like to be in the casting room. So what we have to talk about, like we've already said who we want, but what we do have to talk about is
the rumor.
Everyone collectively got together and was like, okay, so if you guys don't know by now, you already know. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is ending. 2021, they're doing their last season after a 14-year run. RIP to the show, had some great moments, whatever. So everyone is like, Kris Jenner needs to join Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I am more than here for that.
Yes, I could definitely see that because I want to see her interact with women her age, instead of always chasing behind Kim and Khloe. And she did a hell of a job,
Yeah. But now it's her time to shine. That's why I feel like she'd be such a good addition. And obviously, you guys, Bravo can't afford her, blah, blah, blah. But we're just entertaining the thought. So don't take it too seriously. But on top of that, I feel like she wouldn't even be doing it for the money. She'd be doing it just because she likes attention. And it would be about her for once. It's like all your kids are grown up. Most of them, except Kendall, they have kids. This is the time where moms finally take time to themselves, and we could see more inside of her and Corey's relationship, and we could see more about Kris Jenner. And plus, she would definitely deliver some good one-liners.
And you know what? And also because she would just be so good behind the cameras, I think as well. You would ask her to start some shit.
Because yes, she would be producing everything, honey. She would be producing everything.
Some shit.
And she would be producing it better than the girls tried to this season. Yes. And that's the tea, because you can tell that they tried to produce their own season.
And that's not to say that Housewives of Beverly Hills isn't already on the map, but I feel like Kris Jenner can put it even more on the map than it already is.
Yeah, it would bring it literally. I'm sorry, I know that we have I'm going to get dragged for this, but y'all have been dragging me by my Kim Richards ponytail for a while. I'm going to say it. It would definitely make it surpass Real Housewives of New York. Imagine if we have Kris V. Jenner on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills holding a diamond, and she would be at center diamond. And the thing is, because she's already Kyle's friend, so I don't know, but I want her to be friends with Garcelle.
I could see that. Yes, I'm well. I want that, but I don't know how that's gonna work
Maybe
because
Kyle just learns to stop
Garcelle
sometime.
is also very direct too, so I could
Right.
definitely see her asking about her kids, her daughters, and shit.
And I would like to see, and I would like to see that
So, how
interaction.
did your daughter get her money?
So, do you think that Kim's sex tape put you guys on the map, or was it really her talent? Garcelle would be giving it to her.
I know.
So, what the theory? Okay, what theory do you have about next season? If you could predict next season, because what I'm hearing is a lot of people think that since Denise is leaving and Garcelle might not come back, they're going to be forced to turn on each other. And I feel like that would be so interesting because I want to see what they do when they don't have, because last season it was very much the takedown of Lisa Vanderpump. This season was the takedown of Denise Richards. So they're going to have to turn on each other in order to get
I feel like
ratings.
everybody's gonna get on Runner's ass next season. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like next season is gonna be
if they don't add someone like Epic, because the thing is they can't be too hard on newbies. So even if they do add someone, if Garcelle doesn't come back, they're not gonna go hard on a newbie. So they're gonna have to turn on each other. And I feel like Sutton isn't really with the bullshit, so Sutton is not going to let them turn on her. Like, I just don't feel like she is. But if I had to guess it, I feel like you think that they're going to turn on Renna, but I think they're going to turn on Dorit. Because I think that, because I feel like Dorit was so neutral and level-headed this season that they're going to be like, well, bitch, you weren't on our side last season, so guess what? We got to sacrifice your ass.
Well, Dorit was the fashion queen this season, so I guess maybe they would be mad.
They would start some shit. They would dig some shit up. I know that she just like sold her house and is looking for a new one, but they could make that into a whole ass storyline.
Hopefully her next house has a big ass window for her to look out of.
An even bigger one. I hope it's literally all windows.
So I want to ask you this too.
What?
I'm thinking we do something new once every season of Housewives ends.
Ooh.
And I feel like we should choose an MVP of the season. Like we should give out an MVP of the season award. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I gotta think about that. Who would you choose?
For Beverly Hills, honestly, I'd say Garcelle.
Oh my God, she was so good, especially as a newbie. I think
she was such a great addition, and especially as for a newbie, because I see a lot of new housewives, and usually it takes a while for them to transition into a fan favorite. But I think everybody respected Garcelle's place.
Anyone with taste definitely liked Garcelle.
So I would say I would give the award to Garcelle for sure.
Yeah, I think that she definitely deserves it. So for me,
Beverly Hills,
like I said, I feel that Dorit definitely played the side that I feel like I would play, other than, obviously I'm joking when I say I would be Lisa Rinna, because at the end of the day, I kind of don't want to be in all the bullshit, but I do want camera time. So Dorit did a good job of kind of being neutral. Yeah. Like, she was like, well, it doesn't look good for Denise, but at the same time, why the fuck is Brandy always here? So I think that Dorit is the MVP. Plus, she served a look almost every episode.
She did.
Almost every confessional. And it's very surprising. So I'm going to give my MVP of the season award to Dorit.
So you heard it. You heard it from our mouths, guys. For Housewives of Beverly Hills, our MVPs are Garcelle and Dorit.
Yeah, so, we're probably going to make a post about it. And wouldn't that be good? Yeah, to honor them. And so that season it's ended already. So the finale of the reunions is next week. We recently saw the first part of Real Housewives of New York reunion. And I think that no one wants to talk about anything except two things. Well, three things. One is Miss Sonia's facelift and how good she fucking looks. Yes. 2, Leah dragging Ramona, deservedly so. And 3, that deleted scene from, I think it was season 11 trailer that they never showed on season 11. And it was Dorinda basically going off mob wives style on her ex-boyfriend now, John, for borrowing money from Tinsley's now fiance Scott. And like she went straight up gangster. You saw that finger pointing? She was
I
yelling
love
on the
it.
phone, and I'm like, Dorinda. She
And this
reminded me
is
very
why
much of
I
Drita
say
D'Avanzo.
Dorinda needs to be on that season.
I feel like she definitely needs to come back. Like, I know that she needs to get her shit together. I know that she was deflecting. I know that she was bold faced lying and that she does have a problem with alcohol. So now that I've pointed out her flaws, she can have a redemption season. And I feel like she deserves a redemption season. Even if she isn't there from like the first episode, if they bring her in the middle of next season, I feel that she could definitely redeem herself because Dorinda has given us so many gems, like the clip moment, and also I've decorated, I made it nice, I'm ashamed. She gave us so much of herself, and she gave us so many memes and so many like quotable moments that she deserves another chance. She was terrible to Tinsley. I have no idea why she hates Tinsley so much because even in that scene, it just doesn't click to me. I think honestly, there's something deeper going on, clearly, but I don't know, so I can't speak on it.
Who
But
knows?
anyways, yeah, Bravo knows because they have a lot of unseen footage that they didn't show, but it ain't my business if they don't want to show me. So
Leah,
I think that she can definitely come in next season, in the middle of the season, after getting some help and some therapy, and save the season. And that's all I want to say on Dorinda. Now we can go back to Leah.
Leah is amazing. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
I love her.
She
She's
ate
one of my
Ramona ass
favorites.
up. She told that
And
ass.
yes, she did. She told that ass up. And
Mm-hmm.
Ramona was left like
With
she
her
was just
big
a
ass
ball.
mouth on the floor. And it's literally ridiculous because she was okay. Listen, guys, we are down here in Florida. She was gallivanting like an hour away from us. She was like in Boca Raton, wherever, like somewhere in Florida, very close to us. Thank God I didn't run into her, but she wasn't wearing a mask at first. And then she was just going around and then just like being so careless. And this is when it was like really bad. It wasn't when, it's not like now when things are coming back to a semi kind of normalcy. It was when it was really, really bad. And we had a lot of cases here in Florida. And, New York handled it completely different than Florida. Like, obviously, New York was the epicenter at first. But then New York kind of like started making a group effort to get their shit together. So she was down here in reckless ass Florida, which we can definitely vouch for. We're reckless down
I
here.
can vouch for that.
And then she went back to New York and was gallivanting at some fucking like Trump party. And, the next day, Donald Trump Jr.'s girlfriend got, tested for COVID, and her COVID test came out positive. And then on top of her gallivanting after, being in Florida, she said that she got tested for the antibodies and was positive for the antibodies. And she claimed that she donated blood, but I doubt it. So Leah rightfully dragged her ass because it's not fair. Like, New York did a lot to get their numbers down, to make it
Yeah.
somewhat stable, to make it somewhat normal. And it's definitely a slap in the face to see her gallivanting in Florida without a mask and then coming back to New York and just like not living like there isn't even a pandemic. Not to mention, like, I think she's one of the oldest people on the freaking cast. So she definitely should take her personal health way more
Yes. It's a
seriously.
hot ass mess.
It's
Put on
ridiculous.
your mask, please.
And cover your
Because
nasty ass mouth.
not only are you protecting yourself, but you're also protecting your family,
Yeah.
your loved ones, and the people around you. So please be mindful of not only, just yourself, but the other people around you.
Yeah, and I think we all need to wear a mask, and we all need to be not going to fucking parties in the middle of
And
a
back the
pandemic.
fuck up.
You better back the fuck up before you get smacked the fuck up. You know what I heard actually recently, that most people, well, not most people, but a lot of people listen to podcasts like in their car when they're driving to like work or to like the store or whatever. And I was just thinking about all the times that I've gotten way too close to the microphone and like my bad singing and like loud ass talking. And I'm just thinking about
Yes.
anyone listening to us right now having to turn up and turn down their audio. It's so funny. We
I
love you
hate
for
it, but
listening,
I love
guys.
it. And I
We
know you guys
we
love it.
thank you. We thank you for listening and thank you for putting up with our loud ass, inconsistent ass foolishness. But we are going to be more consistent with this podcast now. Now that we have more people following and listening on top of that, guys, we recently reached 4K followers, and we are going to do a giveaway when we hit 5K. And the giveaway is going to be pretty good. We don't know what we're going to give away yet, but you know,
We're
it's going to
working
be,
on it. We're working on it.
it's free shit. So tell your mama, tell your grandma, tell your dog, tell your sister, follow us, help a bitch out.
Before we move on,
Right.
I'm going to put a pin on this.
Okay.
And I want to ask you, who is your MVP for Housewives of New York?
I didn't even think about that. And we just talked about this new this new award.
Yes, I'm going to push this shit. Like,
we're not forgetting about this shit at all. Okay, I feel it was definitely Luann. I don't care what anyone says. I could watch her perform cabaret all day, and I want everyone to stream Viva La Diva. And I just love how self-absorbed and confident that she is.
I could definitely vouch for that. I love Viva La Diva.
Right.
I
It's literally
love
the song of the summer.
Luann's whole catalog, honestly. I don't have a problem with any of the songs. She's
Yeah.
great.
And she turned it out this season. Like she was like one of the few people who didn't drink too much, even though she's not supposed to drink at all. She's like, I'm gonna drink when I fucking want to. She did her cabarets, you know, getting ready for her shows.
I love
She,
when she randomly gets drunk. It's like the funniest
and yeah,
thing.
I love her singing happy birthday. So she's definitely my VIP of Housewives of New York for this season. Who is your VIP?
I think we all knew who I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Leah because I just love her. I love how
She's
she ate
definitely
Ramona up. I
mm-hmm.
love her relationship with her mom, and I hope it improves. You know, I love
For sure. I
seeing
feel like
that
she's
pan out on
definitely
camera.
the most relatable of the New
Yes, and
York
she's just
cast.
so down to earth and chill. She just makes me feel
I
at
think it's
ease when I
because
watch
she's not as rich as them. So it's she's not as rich and
her.
she's way younger. So it's definitely
Yeah.
more relatable. And you
So
know,
I'm
keep
gonna
going.
make her my MVP. You know, so we have Leah and Countess Luann.
Okay, so those are the MVPs for New York, and we are going to move on to a little bit of tea that's not really tea. Um,
Lanithia Leaks.
Lanithia Leaks, honey. There's no word on if she will be returning to Housewives or not just yet, but the season is definitely underway. Cynthia said that she has not taped with NeNe. NeNe has not taped, but she's taped with the newbies. She's taped with Kenya. So, but the thing is, everyone is saying that she was fired or she quit. But another rumor going around was that she and Mariah Huck were suing Bravo. Mariah directly said that she was considering a lawsuit. However, NeNe never said that she was going to sue them. But Eva recently was on the Ricky Smiley morning show and basically implied or said that NeNe was a part of this lawsuit with the women of color against Bravo. And her rep came out and said that that's absolutely not true, period.
And I love how the story just cut straight to the point. It's like NeNe is not doing that shit. So
Like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what NeNe
pretty
is doing.
much we never know what NeNe's doing until
You
she
never
does
know.
it. And that's what I respect the most.
And I feel like even if she does not come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I would be sad. But you know, I like adapting to change. Like, you know, obviously I'm gonna
I
be
don't
sad, but
want that though.
she yeah.
Because
But the
so
thing
much back
is,
and forth. It's like she's left.
yeah,
She's left
one second.
before.
She
I
left
think
one season.
twice.
Really?
I
I
want to
know.
say twice.
I know that she left for a full season, and then like she came for like a trip, and then after that she came back or something like that. But either way, like I want NeNe to stay in the season, and I feel like she's not gonna sue Bravo, even if she feels a type of way about being
Yeah.
an OG, because this is the thing. Bravo is under the NBC Universal umbrella, and under that umbrella is obviously NBC. It's Bravo, but it's also E. And she has a new show on E. So why would she sue a company that's under NBC's umbrella if she has her own opportunity on it's a different channel, but it's the
Yeah.
same family. So it kind of like, when I heard that she might sue, it kind of didn't really make any sense to me because she has like a big, huge opportunity. You know, it sounds
Right.
like a fun show, like a glam squad show, and I'm excited to see what's going on. She was also on Celebrity Call Center or some show like that was on E, and she had fun on there. And then she was on another show, and then she hosted an awards thing. I feel like the thing is NeNe is booked and busy, and because she's not saying anything, she's moving in silence, that we're so quick to believe
Yes.
these rumors, and people are so quick to spread theories that eventually become rumors as to why she's, not filming or whatever. But, good luck to NeNe. I would like to see her come back, and that's
Yeah.
just that. But
So
as
with
for now,
that
she's
being
not
said,
suing.
I'll wait till NeNe addresses it, and
That's
that'll
it.
be, that'll be that.
Exactly. Love me some NeNe.
So, Housewives of Potomac people, every Sunday they've been giving
Yeah.
it to your ass. Hot.
And I feel like this last episode was better than the one before it, when they came to Monique's house, and they actually kind of got settled in there. They had like a little mini beauty pageant and all, and then Candace got the freaking tea
Yeah.
about Michael Darby might be up to no good again. But with that being said, Ashley just announced that she was pregnant. So,
Yes.
you know, it's sad to
Congratulations
see.
to my girl Ashley. I love her.
Congratulations. I hope that she has a girl. I want to see her be a mom to a girl. Like, of course she loves Dean.
Yes,
But if
because she
she
has baby
has,
Dean, and
yeah,
then
she
she
has a boy
needs
already.
a baby Ashley.
Exactly. Like
Can you
that's
name can
Michael's
you
one.
name your daughter after yourself?
You know what? Portia was supposed to name Pilar Janae Portia Jr., and she refers to her as Portia Jr. So you absolutely can name your daughter after yourself, but I don't
I
know
love
if
that.
Ashley's going to. I think that's definitely very egotistical. But I feel like if a man can do it, why can't a woman do it?
I'm just gonna name all my kids Aaron, and I'm gonna spell it differently.
Well, that's
So yeah,
possible because they spell freaking Haley and Bailey 72 different ways.
Bailey,
So
Bailey, Riley.
Jaden and Aiden and all that. So one of the highlights of the Real Housewives of Potomac episode was definitely when Wendy and Ashley had that mom moment, and Ashley was
Yes.
so receptive of Wendy's apology, because
Hmm.
realistically, I know that a lot of people were here for that moment because a lot of people don't like Ashley because she's like kind of like a pot stirrer, even though she's one of my favorites, and probably that's why she's one of my favorites. But Wendy was straight up wrong, period. So
Yeah.
my thing is, if you got upset seeing Ashley's baby and you wanted your baby there so bad, then have your husband drop off your baby. You know what I mean? So she didn't have to really go that hard on Ashley. And then when they were at the dinner, she called Ashley broke, and I'm just like, this just doesn't make sense. It was
Yeah.
just too much.
It was
So
a
she
lot.
she owned up to her mistakes. She explained what she was dealing with and explained that her baby was a preemie. So she was just feeling a type of
Yeah.
way, seeing that Ashley's child was there, but her child was at home. So it was definitely a nice heart to heart moment, and I want them to become friends. Like, it seemed like they're cool with each other.
One thing, and I don't want to be the nitpicker, but one thing I did not like about this episode of Housewives of Potomac was everybody. It just felt like everybody felt like maybe Monique was forcing them to come to the whole retreat
Yeah,
thing,
I
and
didn't like
I
that.
don't
It
like
didn't make
that.
any sense. Go ahead.
You know, because I feel like Monique was being very genuine by inviting the ladies. Um, and they just, I don't know, they're kind of acting all stuck up and like they don't want to be there. And I
I'll
just
say
hate
it.
that
It
energy.
was stank and ungrateful
Hmm.
because this is the thing. She had literally like the Green Eyed Bandits in their own guest house, which was amazing.
And not only that, but we've seen the other trips that they've had, and
They weren't all that glitz and glam, honey. And it's just like you are around the hustle and bustle of, Baltimore,
right,
Maryland, Potomac, Maryland, things like that. You're around hustle and bustle every day. So what's the problem with literally taking 2 days? Like, not, it wasn't even 2 days in, it was like a day in to unwind, relax, have some drinks, have some food, and talk and bond with your girls. You don't have to have excursions on every trip. Like, she took y'all out
exactly.
to the water. She took y'all to a restaurant. What more do you want?
And everybody's like, "Oh my god, I'm so bored." I'm like,
Like, girl,
I would pour me another glass of Moscato and go sit in the corner.
I would be like, okay, give me the Wi-Fi password. I'm gonna eat this free food. I'm gonna go to my room and I'm gonna chill. And if I was Monique, I'd be like, okay, so anyone who's bored can get the fuck out.
So with that being said, Monique, if you want to invite us over to your house,
We will
we
never
come
complain.
and we just stare at your fish tank. That's all we want to do anyway. That's all I want to do for the most part.
Yeah,
Like,
that's her main house. I would love to come to her main house
and then of
and
course talk to
just,
T'Challa.
yeah, watch the fish tank, watch the bird, get the Wi-Fi password, and mind my business. We'd be the perfect guest.
So I
We'd
hope
even
you're
have a
listening.
cameo. We would have a cameo on Real Housewives of Potomac. You might see my elbow, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, that's me."
I'm gonna shout my elbow out if that happens.
What do you think about the whole freaking pancake situation, the pancake war?
That was a mess. Number one, it was no competition. Candace made the most Candace made the most out of that moment because she was just
The
like
snide comments,
the snide comment about Giselle's pancakes looking messy but being like,
flavorful.
nice and flavorful on the inside, and then Monique's pancakes looking nice on the outside but being like,
Nothing inside, and
I
I'm like, okay,
don't know. I
I
just
I can't. Like,
I'm praying
okay,
for
but
all these women. I just hope they get it together. I really want Candace and Monique and all these women to just get it together.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert. They're not gonna get it together. They're actually gonna fight each other, and they're gonna choose sides. So I don't
Oh.
know if you've heard anything about this season at all.
I did, but I just don't want to talk about that because it makes me sad. I don't
Okay,
want
so
that
I
to
guess
happen.
instead of talking about it, which pancake would you choose?
Oh,
Thank
don't
you.
say
That's what I wanted to
that.
know. You danced around the topic all you wanted.
Okay, I'm gonna say, oh gosh.
Yeah, we take food very seriously, you guys. So if
Oh.
this takes us a moment, please be patient.
I'd say I'm gonna have to go with Giselle. And here's
Really?
why. Yes, because growing up, my
Right.
mom was more of the she perfected everything, but my grandma, and here's the thing that my grandma can make a little bit better than my mom. I hope my mom never hears this, but
Ooh, I'm definitely
those
gonna send her this
pancakes
clip.
don't.
Ooh.
She's gonna curse my ass out.
Miss Ruby, Miss Ruby.
My grandma makes the best pancakes, and the presentation is like a mess because they're all uneven sizes. Like
It's
one
flavorful.
has a crispy part, but those are the best pancakes to me because you cut them up with a knife. You put your syrup, you put your bananas. If you like eating pancakes with fruit, because I do,
I don't.
and it's just amazing to me. And then if you don't want to do fruit, you have sausage and bacon
It's
that you
not
can eat with
shade.
it.
Did you just give me options? All I was saying is that I don't really like fruit in my damn
Maybe
pancake.
a scrambled egg, if
Mm,
that's your thing.
it's not.
So yeah, so for you, bacon.
Okay, for me, I'm actually going to go the opposite, and I'm going to choose Monique's perfect pancakes only because all I'm going to do is pour a shitload of syrup on them anyway. So I'd rather them look pretty
That's true.
and taste the syrup because that's what I'm doing with every pancake. I never focus on the actual taste of the pancake. It's always whatever add-ons I have. If I have like sausages, if I have um syrup, if I have strawberry syrup, I'm gonna put butter, syrup, and whatever meat or protein that I have in the pancakes. But I don't know, something about her presentation that made it look appetizing to me. And Giselle's was just like so sloppy that I'm just like, did you even
Those were the
try?
best ones.
I
I'm telling
know.
you,
I
those are the
believe
best
you.
ones, and I get it. But and I honestly, I don't want this to go the wrong way because I wasn't there to taste the pancakes, so I don't know whose
No,
was
we're just
better.
talking about strictly
Yes,
based on the episode.
I'm just saying.
However, if you guys would like to make pancakes for us so we can judge and give our honest opinion, Monique and Giselle, we are open to you guys,
I'm
or
definitely open.
you know, doing a contest and having us judge it. So, judging food is probably my only talent.
And also, I wanted to ask you. I know this is kind of off topic. Do you prefer pancakes or waffles?
I'm a waffle girl all the way.
Oh my
It
god!
like it doesn't matter if it's like Belgian waffles from the
Yes,
waffle maker or even Eggos. Like you
yes,
can give me
yes.
Eggos and I'd be so like I love Eggos. I
Oh
don't know.
my
It's something about the
gosh!
pockets, but then this is the thing. I'm very much a texture girl, and with pancakes, sometimes they get soggy when you put
Yes.
the syrup on it. And waffles, they never get soggy because especially if you get some like good crispy
I
waffles.
used to
Or,
love to like crumble my bacon in the
right.
crevices of the waffle.
It's just so versatile. I
Just
love a
yummy.
waffle. Oh my god, yeah. So you're also a waffle person.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so maybe they should have a waffle contest and have us judge it.
So
I That's a great idea for next season if you want to base the season around that.
so there's an idea, Bravo. You have
Thank
it.
you.
Um Also this I know you guys have seen this commercial going around where the other housewives announce
Oh my
the
god.
new Housewives franchise.
Oh my god.
Y'all
Real
ready?
Housewives of Salt Lake City,
Is you ready?
Utah. Utah, baby. And all we have to say is that it's definitely Shaw Lake City because Jins Shaw served looks not only in the
Yeah.
commercial but also in the first look, the first photo shoot of the Housewives. She is sitting pretty. We love Jen Shaw, or well, at least I love Jen Shaw.
I love her. No, I love her
Mm-hmm.
too. Out of the trailer, her and Heather are the ones that really stood out the
Stood out.
most to me. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with those being my two favorites. That could change over time, but I'm a pretty usually I can pick my favorites just from looking at the trailer, and maybe one will change out of the few that I pick, but for the most part, I'm pretty spot on.
yeah.
So hopefully that works out. Did you see that comment?
The comment with Heather, right?
Oh God, yes,
Oh my
yes.
god, tell the listeners what happened in case they didn't see it.
Okay, so number one, here's the thing. Someone commented on Heather's picture and they told her that she should spread her what is it, male to woman transition story.
What? Like my thing is, why even say that if you don't know the
What?
person? And even if
It
she
just
was trans, you need to
yeah.
shut your whore mouth.
But it was I loved her comeback.
It
She
was
was
so
like,
classy.
it's not offensive to be called trans or anything like that. She's like, I appreciate it and I love the LGBTQ community. So
Like, shut your ass up. Like, I just hate when people, I'm sorry, I'm going to get a little bit ghetto. I just hate when people, like, it wasn't a genuine comment
it
either.
wasn't.
It
It really
wasn't. Like, it's not
wasn't.
like they watched the show and, like, maybe they thought that
Because
she was trans. No, they literally went
here's the
off of
thing.
a picture of her and opened their big ass mouth. And she shut it down very classily and very, what is the opposite of homophobic? Whatever the opposite of homophobic was, she
Yes.
is.
Pro LGBTQ.
Okay, yeah, that.
There we go. Um And the thing is also, even if she was a trans woman, and I want to point this out, it is not appropriate to comment under anybody's photo and say something like that. That person will tell their story when they're comfortable. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yep.
Coming under my shit. Well, not my shit, but Heather's shit.
Yep.
And trying to write her narrative.
Yep.
She will disclose that information if that was the case, not you. So with that being said, I'm glad she handled it the way she did, and she got these dusty ass bitches off her shit
straight together. So, we are fans of Heather Gay and Jen Shah. And what else? Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you guys read the descriptions, but there is one woman, Mary Crosby, something like that. And the tea is she married her late grandma's husband. And I've just never. Okay, the one thing I don't even want to get into it, but the one thing that I want to say is, like, if you guys aren't used to or haven't heard of church tea is some of the hottest tea that you can sip, okay? And this really is very much church tea with this situation with Mary marrying her grandma's husband. And I just want to know what's going on. How did they come to that? What happened? I know people are doing deep dives because it doesn't premiere until November 11th. But I want to know on camera what she's going to say, how she's going to explain it. Is someone going to confront that? Yeah, is someone going to confront her about it? Like, what?
I'm not going to place judgment on her because I feel like
it's not even judgment for me. It's more confusion.
Like, everything is a problem these days. So I'm not going to say too much about it. But I will say this. Me personally, and this is just me personally, I would not feel comfortable sleeping with anybody that my grandma has slept with. I wouldn't even what the fuck? No. Not me. Not me.
But, she seems like, other than that,
But I'm pretty sure she's a nice girl.
Yeah. It's just Utah. It's just like, I didn't think that. Okay, well, actually, before I say what I wanted to say, there's another woman who actually had, I believe, maybe allegedly an affair with her husband, and she's going to have to address that. So it's like a lot of these ladies are messy as fuck. And what I want to say is, when they first announced they were going to Salt Lake City, Utah, I was like, I would literally love for you guys to go anywhere except Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah, but
seeing that trailer and the cast, and Jen Shah literally threw a table in the preview, and I'm like, okay.
Yep.
You all swear that. Like,
and keep in mind that this is their first season.
Exactly, but it already looks lit. Like, I'm sorry, this shit
I love it.
Good. It's gonna be so freaking good.
So I look forward to seeing these new ladies. I think they're gonna have a great season.
I forgot to mention? I don't know what song it was, but I've never seen a Housewives trailer use a song like that. Like, it definitely got me into the groove. The song has soul, and some of these ladies have soul. Okay. Yes. And also what I like is that they have a variety of religions. We have, obviously in Utah, there's a lot of Mormons. We have some people who are still Mormon. We have someone who converted to Judaism. We have someone that's Pentecostal. We have someone that's another religion. I love the religious diversity in addition to the ethnic, diversity, like the race diversity. And this is going to be an amazing cast, an amazing season, and I'm ready for it.
I'm super excited for it. With that being said, I know this is kind of off topic. When is Married to Medicine coming back?
I literally have no idea, but they're filming, so I feel like soon. They're filming. They usually come back at the same time as Atlanta, right? I feel like they on track to come back at the same time as Atlanta.
They need
And
to.
I'm hearing that Atlanta comes back in December, but I don't know. That's kind of soon. It's September.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it
I mean,
necessarily.
I wish it would come in November, but I know I respect the process. Bravo.
I would like to see it now. If y'all can release an episode now, I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Married to Medicine and Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm just
I
putting
would
it
love
out
it.
there.
I would love it.
In my dream world, we would have all the Housewives running every night of the week and Married to Medicine.
And I also
on the 7th night
want to speak this into existence. Hopefully, we get 2 exclusive episodes of Housewives of Atlanta and 2 exclusive episodes of Married to Medicine.
Thank you for coming close to the microphone to talk about it, because I too would also like to second, if you guys could do another virtual meetup and invite us, we would be down. Thank you.
I love you guys, and I love this.
So we are at the end of our podcast, but we have to leave you with either a pot stir or a question, anything. If you could choose a city for Housewives to go to, is the question of this week. What city would you want them to do a new Housewives franchise in?
My answer is going to be Toronto. I want these babies to take
Canada
to the sits.
Oh my God, would there be a cameo from Drake and Justin Bieber?
Listen, I would like Drake's baby mama to be
Sophie
on the house. I don't know her name. She's beautiful. I don't know her name.
Her name is Sophie.
So
I'm trying to tell you right now.
Thank you. I would like for Sophie to be on Housewives of Toronto, and that's going to be my whole thing. Drake's going to cameo every now and then, and I think that everybody in this motherfucking world wants to see that.
I that's something that I've never thought of in my entire life, but I would like to see it now that you brought it up.
What would your city be?
Nothing as good as yours. I want them to bring this shit back down to the dirty. I want y'all to come back.
Chuckalisa?
No, this isn't P-Valley. This isn't P-Valley Road Network. Okay, I want y'all to bring the shit back to the 305. Bring it back to Miami, but do another cast. I don't know who we have down here. There's so many people that come down here. There's so many people that would be willing to move down here. Or even if you do want to bring Larsa Pippen back, because she's been in some mess, she could literally put together a good ensemble.
And Jocelyn be on it?
Jocelyn Hernandez? We'll think about it. So Larsa Pippen could be back on it. We can do it in Miami because Miami has so much versatility. We could probably bring in someone who's like part of the LGBT and make history, I feel. Like, Miami is just so diverse. So it has a lot of potential. And, a lot of people are saying that they want them to bring back Miami, but they want it with like the same cast. I don't want it with the same cast. Yeah. I'm okay with having a few OGs return. But I feel like Miami just has so much potential. You guys already know the landscape. And plus, we're down here. So if we really want to get to it, I can get married real quick. And, I get started. Let's do it. I would like to be on it. I would like to be on it. And instead of, what would we hold? We would hold oranges instead of peaches. I would be holding center orange.
I don't know how I would be a housewife, but I would like to be one.
Well,
I don't know how that works, but
actually, remember we were talking about Kenya was like I would like to see them have like a house husband or like have a male take a relevant part of a housewife and be on there. You could be introduced as my friend, but then you would have your own separate equal storyline.
Because the thing is, I want to be on the intro. I want to have my own tagline.
Okay, well, that's fine for you to do all that as long as you know that I'm going to have center orange.
That's fine. That's fine. As long as I'm second center or like...
Because this is the thing. You had your chance and you didn't take it. So...
It's fine. It's fine. I'll give you that. You can have the center, but I at least want to be on the left, preferably, or the right.
You could be on the right because you're my right-hand man.
That's true. So I'll be on the right, and then, my
kids
will stand behind me, and then...
Your kids will stand, but I would love to know what
guys, I'm a parent.
Muscle up. your fucking dog and your cat.
I have a dog and a cat. I'm a dog and a cat parent. They're gonna stand behind me, and I'm gonna put them on wigs
Damn, I need
so
a
you
fish or
guys can
something.
see
Not
my
a
kids.
wig. A wig and some lashes.
Some mink lashes,
Why
30-inch
is your child
lace.
wearing mink lashes and a lace? You know what? This gets too out of hand. Y'all tell us what city y'all want to go to. And that's it. Either hit us in the DMs or a comment
If you're
on the
nasty,
promo. Ooh, yeah, hit me in the DM if you're nasty. Or comment on the promo for this new podcast because we're going to announce it, obviously. Let us know who you want, what city you want Real Housewives to come to.
this
And
was
thank
so
you
fun.
for listening to us. And we will be back sooner rather than later because we're getting more consistent, guys. Like, we're getting the hang of this.
We are. And I love you guys, and I thank you so much for your support always.
For sure. Love you. See you next time.
Bye.